Yeah, just I've got the bloody the coughs already. Yeah, Sveno Mick here from Swenson's Mowing and Grounds Maintenance, and Sveno Mick. Bit of a maintenance morning here this morning. Just going to give the rover a grease up, and just had the hydros serviced. Do a 75-hour service on the hydros on these, and then at Big Coal, and yeah, a couple of hours labour. It's around about the $300 mark, I think it was. Well, it was actually a bit under, I think. Got a few other things done too, and so little things. This mower's been going real well. Very impressed with it. Very impressed. And comfortable, and steep up here, so it's good around the sides of hills. Quick. What do we say? Quick talk on what do you actually want to achieve in your life. And you got a lot of people got some pretty big expectations, I suppose. I think to myself, and as I've got older, I actually think to myself, well, what is actually achieving? What is actually achieving? I'd go as far to say actually achieving is being happy. That's my opinion. My opinion is working since the late 70s, started working 78, continuously working. I was pretty proud of myself. I've had 2 weeks unemployment my whole life when things got really tough, when the interest rates were real high, and so I had to work for a fortnight or something. So pretty proud that I've always paid my own way and paid taxes, and that's what makes Australia go round. People paying their way, not trying to get out of paying their way. A lot of people do that, but and I don't have a problem with minimising tax, don't get me wrong, but I always think you've got to pay your fair share, because if everyone pays a little, it's like many hands make light work. So everyone pays a little, and then just a few paying a lot. And as a wage earner, in a percentage, you pay a lot. And I know, because I've been a wage earner for a lot of years. So yeah, but getting back to what do you want to achieve, and what's achieving? Like I said, I think that people get a bit carried away with, and a bit too worked up on having massive amount of material items. This is just my opinion. It's no one else's opinion. I've never been into having late model cars. I got my licence in, let me think, that was 79, end of 79. So 1980 I started driving, because I'm born right at my twin and I are born right at, my twin Mark and I are born right at the 23rd of December. And so got my licence, I got it straight away. I think in the day, I think I was straight down there and wanted it, got it. And yeah, so for me, having modern vehicles, I had a Ford Cortina in Australia we have a 4.1 inline 6, 250 cubic inches, 4.1 litre, and those TC models, so it was a 72 I think, or a 73, so I think they call them a Mark III Cortina. Reasonable size, the biggest Cortina's ever got. I liked it, I loved that car. It's an XLE, and you had your 4.1 litre or your 250 cubic inch it wasn't a cross flow, it was before cross flows. Same engine they run in the Falcons, and in that little light car, it had a top loaded gearbox standard, 4-speed, and just a Borg-Warner open diff. But that little car, the power to weight ratio on it was unreal. Not much, well, like a 4.2 litre V8 Tirana. Same capacity, probably similar performance. You could spin the wheels up at first and second at will. But so anyhow, getting back to, I've always liked to work on my own gear, so I've always, back then you could do that. Now the technology's moved on that much with electronics and that you can't. Oh, you can get readers and everything, but anyhow. So take the car out of the equation, because they're a very expensive item. Like I said, I got my old Nissan GQ that's a 1993 model, I think it is, built in, what might be, November 92. Cars are a cost, big cost, but the lower technology stuff I've always been happy with, for that simple reason. I can work on it. So you take that out, that's a big material item, and for me it's probably just, I don't know, this last year and a bit working for myself, it's just clicked over a year. I've done that before, and done that for a few years before in the late 90s, and I don't know, I'm just, in the late 90s I probably didn't appreciate actually how good it is working for yourself, because I was in my 30s then, but for me that's the go, especially at this stage of my life. So to me, achieving is not material items. Achieving's being happy doing what you're doing, and I think everything else falls into place then. And I say this because last 20 years has gone by very quick, very quick. So take 20 years off my life now. I was 38 years of age, and go back to the late 80s, I was in my 20s. So what I'm saying is, time goes quick, and then you get talking to people that have, before they're passing away and all that sort of stuff, and they're, crook as like my mum and different people I've known over the time, and you realise that your life actually goes quick. So I don't think you can actually mull around and waste too much time if you're not getting where you want. We'll say material wise, well, I don't know, I just wouldn't waste much time on that. Yeah, you can keep working and probably put your eggs in the right baskets, and if they fall into the dropping your eggs in the right basket, probably not just blowing money hand over fist, you'll probably do reasonable, if you can keep yourself employed. But yeah, it's all about achieving what you want to achieve, and different achievements in different places. So I suppose that's probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but for me, I just sit back and I just look at doing what I'm doing now, and I'm thinking to myself, probably nearly never been happier in my working time, apart from when I worked in Telstra, driving machines that I really enjoyed driving. Also, I liked in the sawmill. Sawmill was an interesting place because everything that was associated with it, with snigging logs. I used to go out in the bush and snig logs with the D6. And always liked driving. I had a mini excavator, my own mini excavator. Always liked driving mini excavators. But yeah, this is bloody, what's this doing? This is pushing on towards 8-9 minutes, so I better get off this. But yeah, I just think you can't get too excited, and I think the best thing you can keep, my bit of advice to anyone, is however they feel stress, you try and keep stress out of your life, because I do believe that stress is probably one of the biggest killers that you can get. And if you can keep your life, some people handle more stress, some people thrive on stress, but if you're not thriving on stress for whatever reason, you try and keep it out of your life. And really, when you're working for yourself, if you can kick that in, you can pretty well probably control to a fair degree, so long as you don't put yourself into too much debt. You can control stress, but stress and probably debt and stress is a big thing. But I'm going to leave it at that. So this Sveno Mick, it's not really a Swenson's mowing and grounds maintenance, so it's just a Sveno Mick from Sveno Mick. That's 10 minutes just about gone. That takes a little while to download, so I'm going to leave it at that. And all I can say is the Rover Zero turn is performing like a beauty. Sveno Mick out.